Hey guys, welcome to Lesson 13, Intro into Display Marketing. Now the display network is a completely different beast than what we have been talking about in search ads and previously in Google Adwords. Now in addition to text ads, which actually operate substantially different than the text ads in the search advertisements that we have been talking about, there's also two new formats, picture ads and video ads. Now this is an example of text ads. This is actually the same example that I used in a previous lesson, but this is what text ads would be displayed as in the display network. So this is a page for beautiful beach bags, and as you can see, there's text ads for advertisements that sell things that are similar to the content on the page. So for this example, you see beach bags, custom-made totes, designer tote bags, all that have some sort of relation to the beautiful beach bags topic and the beautiful beach bags content that lives within this page. One thing to keep in mind when using text ads in the display network is they often don't get a lot of good results because people aren't familiar with that these pieces of content are ads. Oftentimes when they click on an ad, they're disappointed because they're not going to a content page or aren't going to another page within this website. They're actually getting sent off-site to your advertisements or to a page that you're advertising for, and this can result in bad customer experience, a high bounce rate, and a low quality score and click-through rate. So usually when I'm using the display network, I almost never use text ads, but do be aware that it is an option if you do want to use it. Next are image ads. Now image ads are probably the thing that are most synonymous with display marketing or display advertising, and this is an example for a display advertisement for Penn State Online. As you can see, some of the content within the page is talking about colleges, about how to go to school, or looking for information about going to school in the US. This was actually a page that I found that was targeted to UK students, so people in the United Kingdom that were looking to come overseas. So Penn State's advertising there, and this is another way that you can contextual advertise, but we're going to go into some of the different targeting options that are available in the display network. Also, there's video ads. Now this picture is a little bit pixelated and I apologize for that, but video ads are rarely used, but you do see them on websites that are heavily focused on videos. So you'll see this in the top right hand portion of this is for a website called VO. So they serve a lot of videos. It's a video content site, so they have ads in the upper right hand corner. And just know that there isn't maybe not a huge amount of impressions to be had with video ads, but there is a possibility. Now, what are the benefits of the display network? So with the display network and with all of the potential impressions of websites that live within the display network, there's a hugely expanded reach. So you're not just serving ads to people that are searching for things, which as we talked about can be extremely beneficial. This is a different way of advertising. But with this different way of advertising, there's a really great reach and a really great way that you can target based on either interests, age, gender, demographic, and looking at it from a different perspective rather than just capturing purchase intent or customer intent on the search network. Now also on the display network, as we showed in the different advertising types, there's an opportunity to leverage more engaging media. So pictures and videos are more engaging than just text ads. You're able to, say for instance, if you're a restaurant, you can show beautiful pictures of your menu items, or if you're a hotel, show the pool or the resort qualities that you want to put on showcase for potential customers. It's an opportunity to give a visual perspective to potential customers. Then you can place ads on relevant websites. Like I mentioned, if you have an idea, maybe you're a sports gambling website and you really want to go after ESPN because you think that's where your demographic is and you've done your research and you think that people that are on ESPN.com are going to be interested in what you're selling. You can see if ESPN is in the Google network and if they are using Google to serve ads to their customers, and then you can place an ad on that website. Then you can target ads to people interested in your products. So using contextual advertising, if you're a bigger brand, you can target blogs that are in the Google network that maybe you're talking about Starbucks. If you're Starbucks and you see people are talking about you, it's almost a way to leverage that content marketing that you're putting out there or the buzz that you're generating from being a great brand or for having a lot of people talking about you. So that's another opportunity that you can take advantage of. And then within Google, and within the Google Display Network, you can easily manage and test your creative. So you can have different banner ads, maybe for different specials or testing different colors or seeing if different products work better than others. There are opportunities to easily test and manage that. And then you can manage your budget and placements easily. So you can add, delete, do research on different managements and different placements, and it's really easy to do that within the display network. Now, there is one thing to be aware of. There's very strict guidelines within Google Display Network. So here's an example of the file types, file sizes, and image sizes that you're allowed to have. I'm going to have a link to this because this is very important to understand. Oftentimes when people get started in the Google Display Network, they get a little discouraged because every one of their ads, it seems like every time they place a new ad in there, it gets banned or not approved by the Google Display Network. You just have to make sure that everything that you create are within these specifications and you should be good. Now, if you do want to get creative made, or if you're not a designer, there are some really great sources out there. I've went through about every single source that you can. I've created it myself. Usually when I don't have enough time, these are the 3 services that I use. WriteBanners.com is great. $20banners.com is great. 99 Designs is good as well. And then if you want to find contractors to do design, the 2 sources that I mentioned in the language targeting and translation topic that we were talking about in a previous lesson, Odesk and Elance, there's a huge amount of contractors out there that have experience doing display ads that you can reach out to and find for them to create your ads. And the image on the left-hand side of the page shows some of the main image sizes. The ones that you want to be familiar with and the ones that usually perform the best and have the most impressions are the leaderboard, so the 728 by 90 pixels, the medium rectangle, which is the 300 by 250 pixels, and then the square, so the 250 by 250 pixels. Those are generally the ones that most websites have available and generally the ones that perform the best. So that's just something to keep in mind. And then also, if you do it yourself, there is a Google Display ad builder that lives within Google AdWords, which is good. It doesn't really look as good if you use some of these more professional services like Write Banners or $20 banners. And then if you're a designer, obviously, you can use Photoshop. But there's also another tool that you can use to create your own called bannersnack.com. And it's a pretty easy to use interface where you drag and drop your different graphics or logos and use pre-built templates to create your ads, and that's an option as well. I will recommend that going with a design service is well worth the $100 or $200 that you're going to spend because it will pay off with higher click-through rates and better performance in the display network.